We camped near the river last night, heard that roaring all night. It's beautiful. Stayed in camp with a group of 5. They made tacos. Everybody brought out a different component of the tacos, and they had a big feast last night. It was pretty cool watching them eat. It was raining when we got up this morning, so I've got a partially wet tent and a wet rain fly, so hopefully it dries out here. It was only supposed to rain this morning and then get better. I think it's supposed to be fairly cool today too, like 65. Feels pretty warm right now, but we're climbing a mountain with a backpack on, so everything feels warm. We are going up the Chairbacks today. It just rained, of course. It's how we like to climb our mountains in Maine. Yep, got to go around that one. We are in the clouds. Not going to get views up here today. So the back was pretty tight yesterday, or last night. I couldn't hardly even roll to my sides. And when I did go to the sides, I was just pretty much right back to my back. It's the only thing that didn't hurt. Everything else yesterday from my falls is all resolved itself. Knees, hip, everything's feeling better. So as long as the back gets to feeling better today, it already is. Just a few miles in. But should be able to move pretty good today, which is good. We got a lot of ascent going through the Chairbacks. And a fairly decent sized day, about 17 miles or so. So, be a good day to feel good. Yesterday didn't seem too bad, but several of us took quite a few falls. Nobo Lobo went down one time and snapped his poles, his trekking poles, one of them. And then one of the other guys we camped with last night, he went down twice pretty hard. So, apparently everything was just a little bit slicker yesterday, even though it was dry out. The rocks were sweating from the humidity, so that didn't help. The mud, that was just, I didn't think it was that slick until it was. Stuff like this that is eye level just irritates the ever-living crap out of me. Because you got to look down at the roots and the rocks, and one of those comes along and hits you in the eyeball. And it hurts for 2 or 3 days while scratches heal themselves. 2,100 miles. This is the last one of these we'll cross. From here on out, we have less than 100 miles. Yeah! Kind of clear for a minute. It's clouded back over. Just talked to another group of 3 hikers, and they had all taken falls yesterday as well. So I guess it was just kind of not as safe as I thought it was yesterday. This is cool. Look at these nice new bog boards. Sturdy. So as many stories go, they get changed with time, but here's the story of how I heard it. What happened to this plane. There were 3 little bears. One of them jumped in this plane and it flew too low and got caught up in the trees. And he got stuck here. But he got out safe and hiked out safely. Second little bear jumped into a bigger plane. It went too high. He ended up being the first bear on the moon. Third little bear jumped in a plane that flew just right. And he flew all the way down to the Shenandoahs, where the trails are silky smooth. And they have bridges. The trail is way less treacherous. And lived happily ever after. So apparently a father and son were flying this to drop off some camping gear at a cabin here in Maine. The plane caught the trees and came down. They were safe, and they because they had camping gear and stuff, they were able to hike out and get out safely. Wow, a view. Nice little rock slide up here. I put my hiking pole on that snake, but I think he was already smashed. We were looking at the Far Out app, and there's a big rocky down that would be right at the end of our day today as it's getting dark. So we're going to stop a few miles short and do that in the morning. We'll just get up a little bit earlier and do a 20-mile day tomorrow. Climbed Columbus Mountain. Got a view. Oh, we got about 0.2 or 0.1 miles to the shelter that we're going to stay near tonight, unless we see a stealth site before then. It's been I wouldn't say the trail's real hard, but it hasn't been real easy. It's just been a fairly tough day. It's about 6:45, and we'd only have about 45 minutes till dark walking anyway. So, get to the shelter, set up camp, maybe get some water for tomorrow so I can filter water in the morning, get some food cooked, and get to bed because we're going to get up early tomorrow and be rolling by 7. We have to do a 20-mile day. We got to stop next day after that and pick up our food resupply.